Even after 3 years, the house still echoed with the sound of Meher's laughter. Anaya had stopped telling people that. Every time she did, their expressions twisted. Some with pity, some with concern. But none believed her, not even her therapist. Grief, they said. Trauma. It's common in twins who lose the other. But Anaya knew it wasn't just in her head. Because Meher didn't just laugh. She whispered. She wept. Sometimes, she screamed. It started the night after the funeral. Meher and Anaya were identical in every physical way, yet worlds apart in spirit. Meher was bold, unpredictable, wild like fire. Anaya was quieter, softer, like ash that followed after the burn. But they shared a bond most people only read about. If one was hurt, the other felt it. If one cried, the other would call, even in her sleep. So when Meher's lifeless body was pulled from the lake after a stormy night, Anaya had felt something inside her collapse. She thought the worst was over. But the worst was just beginning. The first time she heard her was a week after the burial. Rain tapped gently at the windows. Anaya sat in the room they once shared, staring at a photo of them from their 10th birthday. Then came the voice. Anaya. Soft. Familiar. Anaya froze. Meher, she whispered back into the dark. Silence. She didn't sleep that night. In the days that followed, it escalated. At first, it was just her name, whispered in the wind. Then came humming, the tune they used to sing on the swings at school. The lullaby their mother sang before she passed away. Anaya started hearing footsteps at night. One time, her door creaked open slowly while she was reading. No one was there. She started keeping lights on. Started recording herself sleeping. On one video around 3:14 a.m., the camera caught a soft voice whispering, "You let me drown." Anaya began to remember things she had buried. That night by the lake, they had argued. Meher had been drunk, angry. She wanted to swim even with the storm coming. Anaya tried to stop her. Meher slapped her, called her weak, a coward. Anaya left. Meher never came back. She told herself it wasn't her fault. But now the whispers said otherwise. Why didn't you save me? You stood there. You watched me sink. She tried therapy, medication, prayer, even burning sage like the old village women used to do. But nothing stopped Meher's voice. Instead, it grew stronger. Now she heard her during the day, in mirrors, in puddles, in the humming of the refrigerator. Once, while brushing her teeth, she looked up, and in the mirror Meher stood behind her, eyes black, hair soaked, face pale and bloated. When Anaya turned, there was no one. She finally told her father. He said nothing at first, just stared at the floor. Then he whispered, "You're not the first." She froze. He explained how, after Meher's death, he had heard her too. But only briefly, only once, then never again. Anaya asked why. He didn't answer. That night, she went through his things. In an old wooden box hidden under the basement floorboards, she found an envelope. Inside were torn journal pages from Meher's diary. The entries were disturbing. "I can feel her watching me when I sleep. She says she's me, but I'm me. She wants to trade places. She says I'm the fake one. She says only one twin can survive." Anaya's blood ran cold. These entries were dated months before Meher's death. The next time it rained, the voice returned louder than ever. "It should have been you." Anaya ran to the lake. The rain blurred her vision, but she felt it, a pull. Something beckoning her into the water. She screamed into the wind. "What do you want from me?" The lake was silent. Then, hands. Cold, slimy hands wrapped around her ankles and yanked her down. She thrashed, kicking wildly. Her lungs screamed for air. Just before she blacked out, she saw Meher clear as day, underwater, smiling. She woke up on the shore. Alone. Soaking. Shivering. Alive. Barely. Something had changed. From that day, she stopped hearing the whispers. The footsteps ceased. The house no longer felt like it held a ghost. Just silence. But silence is its own kind of haunting. Because now sometimes when Anaya looks in the mirror, she isn't sure who she is. Her smile looks different. Her reflection lingers when she turns away. Her memories feel out of place. Slightly off. Like they belong to someone else. And sometimes, just sometimes, when it rains, she catches herself humming a tune she doesn't remember learning.